welcome to day 29 of Lyndall's Luscious Limberings. Don't mind me, I'm just finishing my coffee. The rains come. Yeah, it's good. I saw in the news last night, apparently we've already had now in Victoria more rain this year than what we had for the entirety of 2019. So, hey, we're just breaking records everywhere for 2020. Go! 2020, what a year. So, day 29, so I'll put this down, it's very rude of me. You know, get yourself your own coffee. Press pause, get one. Start now. 29, it's the 4th day of the sequence, so it is the chilled, stretchy relaxation day today. So I've got a warmer top on because it's cold and because we're not going to be moving around as much for the entirety of the session. So keep yourself warm, keep yourself cozy. If you're in Europe or North America right now, probably you'll be getting warm anyway. So, oh, I'm so jealous. Anyways, putting all that aside, let's get the playlist ready for day 29. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, just starting by finding your center. Feet hip width apart and getting the cupped hand and just giving yourself a nice percussion around the shoulders to start with. Stay in the shoulders. You can also use the blade of the hand. That bit was sore. Keep it nice and relaxed. Keep the hand relaxed as you hit yourself. And now using the cupped hand, just start to take it down the arm. Try not to travel up and down the arm, so when you want to go up the arm again, take it off, come down. And on the inside as well. And then find over the back of the triceps, that might be a little bit down to the insertion point on the elbow, that might be a little sore, give it a bit of a rub. If you have things like spiky balls and trigger balls, they're good foam rollers. Obviously, go into your forearm now. Use with the recommendation of your physician, medical professional. Good, going down the arm. And then just try and, it's a bit hard to do it to yourself, but just try and give your hand a massage through the metacarpals to sort of get your finger in between the gaps. And get rid of all the crap. Just take hold of your hand and your arm, forearm, give the wrist a nice loose shake out. It's a bit hard to shake your own arm out, but try and do it. Other side. And keep the breath centered while we're doing this, so you can imagine you're breathing up the legs, into the belly. You know what to do with the butt cheeks. Relax them. Head still lifting up. Going down the arm. Keep the jaw relaxed. Don't bite your tongue. Massaging over the root of the triceps, so the insertion point of the triceps, and also the biceps as well. They might be a bit sore. You're welcome. Oh, that's, yeah. Crunchy bits. And down the forearm. Getting into between the metacarpals. Tarsals. Carpals. Oh, God. And out. Give it a shake. Try and shake the whole arm. All right, continuing the percussion either with a cupped hand or with using the heel or the blade of the hand, or even this bit here to start to bend over and then give yourself percussion along the back. See how high you can get up. If you've got a partner with you, do this to each other. It's very good. Just light percussion. There's the rain outside. And sort of spreading over sideways and paravertebral area, and then just take it lightly to the small of the back. And then get the heel of your hand and pummel through the glutes. So I like to give a little bit of a roll as I do this, but you know, you do you. All deep into the glutes. Beautiful, and then continue that down the thighs, either with, again, blade or a cup. We'll see what makes you feel better this morning. then 20, swapping above and below the knee. Down the leg. And other side. If you ever just done exercise and everything's tightening up, then this can be quite nice to release it. Beautiful. From here, just hang down and roll the shoulders. Taking deep breaths. And feel like you're broadening across the small of the back. And just soften the knees, bend down. Hello. Let the head hang. Deep breaths into the small of the back. And now deep breaths over the ribs at the back. And up between the shoulder blades. And now imagine you're breathing into your hips or into your glutes. And just put the heels down. Just hang over again. Give yourself a cuddle. And as you breathe in, let the hands separate. And out. In your own rhythm, just breathing in and out. Good. Just breathe out, put the knees down again, the butt down again, and just lift the head just so we can re-establish a bit of blood flow. Just gently turning the head from side to side. And sink the head in, going up. Put the hands over the small of the back. So they're like this. And the fingertips of the middle finger are touching as you breathe in. Let those separate away from each other. And then as you breathe out, they come back to touching. Beautiful, relax the hands down. If you take the legs a little wider, just come down to a crouch. Doesn't matter if you don't need to go on your heels here, you can just go on the toes. And not too wide, but just use the elbows just to gently push out the knees a little bit. And if you'd like, you can give just a very slight rock forwards and back. If it's too extreme, then just don't put the butt down so low. So each time you rock forwards and back, you're just slightly shifting where that stretch is going over the inguinal area. And broadening across the small of the back. You can now put the heels down. And just let yourself sit up. If you want to put your hands here, you can, lifting up through the spine. And just get yourself gently to the floor. Sitting with your legs cross-legged if you can. If not, just keep them relaxed out in front of you. And just want you to use the center of the chest, and I am turning as I get to the side. And just start to bring in the hands, just let them sort of brush the floor. Now I'm going to change it ever so slightly, so rather than turning, I'm just going to stay facing the front now. And don't go to the extreme of your movement, just nice and released. Just getting a little bit of limbering through the back. If you're starting to feel that you're warming up, then you can spread those hands a little further each time. Like you're trying to touch the wall in front of you as you go around. And now we're going to stay on one one side, keep both butt cheeks on the floor and try and touch the wall. So not going down, I'm going out. If you want to increase the stretch, just take this hand further away from you. But keep both butt cheeks on the floor, otherwise you're cheating. Good, breathing in, breathe out to come back up, use the hand to help. And the other side. Try and touch the wall, keep both butt cheeks on the ground. Deep breath in, breathing out to come up, and then both fingertips creeping forward. If you can't do this with knees crossed, do a normal child's pose. Dig the fingertips into the floor, relax the head down, and gently pull back against them. Feel like you're trying to relax your scapula, your shoulder blades down to the floor. Soften the head. And breathing deeply into the small of the back. And use the hands to help you come back up again. If you've had your legs crossed, change them over. If you haven't, just go back down into another child's pose again. So dig them out as far as you can, gently pull back against them, relaxing the shoulder blades down towards the floor. Good, use the hands to come back up again. And big old diamond out in front, just really gently here, wiggling into the floor, belly button scooping upwards and forwards. Using the elbows to help wiggle the knees in. If you want more of a stretch, scoop forwards like this. Should be getting a stretch along the backs of the butt cheeks. And now bringing the heels closer to the pubic bone and just gentle butterflies, nice and easy. Easy, easy, still lifting up tall, so don't hunch over. Now if you want to increase the stretch, we can just stop the flutters. Again, belly button upwards and forwards. And then just giving a gentle rock through that. Thinking about broadening across the small of the back while you're here. Beautiful, coming up and lying down. We all like this one, yes. Oh, that's the ticket. And bringing the knees into the chest, lengthening the sacrum away from you. Try and flatten that coccyx onto the floor. So rather than curling up like this, just let it stretch onto the floor. So you might get a bit of a stretch in the flexors here if you're tight. I know, I do. And now gently circling that. And the other way. Now keeping the back on the ground, I'm just going to lengthen down with the legs. And then feel like you're trying to squish a balloon underneath the small of your back into the floor. You just raise the legs back up again to the chest. And then down. So it is a little bit of work on the core, but this is more about stretching out the small of the back. Go in your own rhythm. Always keep that pressure between the small of your back and the floor. So don't let it arch. Hopefully each time you do it, you should feel like you can get that back more and more into the floor. Try and keep the tension out of the neck. I know it's a little hard, but really concentrate on just pushing that back into the floor. And then, if you want, you can increase this now. Keep the toes pointed, and we're going to do it with straight legs. If this is too intense, then just go back to doing it with bent legs again. Same again, still trying to push the back into the floor. You will feel work through the core. Keep the toes pointed because it just engages the muscles that we want to
catch. Beautiful. All right, up. Figure 4, and just gently rock this knee forwards and back, just flossing out the glutes and the piriformis and the hip. And then just passively take this hand and push this leg away. So they shouldn't be engaging with this leg now. If you need to help, you can bring this leg in a little closer. And changing legs over. Wiggle. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. It helps. Keep drinking coffee if you like coffee. And then possibly get this hand just pushing down, away, away. Beautiful. Both feet down, hands to the side. And just let the legs fall over to the left-hand side, looking down the right arm. Just use gravity here. Soften into the mat. So now you might have engaged the thighs as you did that. So now just feel like you're letting go of that engagement. Deep breath in, breathe out to change sides. Again, so once you've got there, check in, you probably engage certain areas, see if you can just turn off those muscles, ask them to let go, and sink down deep into the floor. And now we're just going to change sides a bit quicker. So down, breathing out, breathing in, breathe out. And in. And if you're getting that, turn the head in the opposite direction. If that makes you feel dizzy, just look straight ahead. So you use the breath, you breathe out when you do the effort. Breathe in when you're relaxing down. Alright, coming up to center. And now the same but with straight legs. Breathing in. Try not to hit the windows. You can use the hands to help here. Okay, good. Just bringing the left leg up and circle. That one's tricky, isn't it, with the straight legs? I think it's tricky. Circle the other way. And they start up, circle. See if you can get the feeling this movement's coming from the small of the back, not from the ankle. And change direction. And we all love this one. Pull the toes back, stretch the heel towards the ceiling, nerve stretch down the back of the leg, lengthening through the neck as you go. Smile through the pain, relax everything else. It's dynamic, so you're always pushing up with the heel, pulling back with the toes. Relax that. And just let the shin try and go that way. Stretch out this other leg behind you, relaxing through the flexor. It's amazing what your body decides to tense when you do a move. You're going to make a decision what of those tensions are helpful. Not many. Lovely. Donut the leg over, pulling through either here or here. And stretch it towards you. Breathe. Let that go. Changing legs. Circle. And the other way. And up. Suckle through the ankle. and change direction. Remember, let this feel like it's coming from the small of the back. Try and smooth out the passage of the foot so it's not jerky. So breathe through the leg. I know that's physically impossible, but you know what I mean. It makes you relax. All right, toes, heel, stretch, do it. Breathe, relax, smile, all of the things. Relax this flexor. And now bringing the shin towards the couch. Keep the toe pointed, it doesn't have to be a hard point, but just don't flex it for the moment. Lovely. Donut the legs, reaching through with the hands, and stretch. Nice one. Just put this down and turn yourself over onto the side. And with the hands like an alligator, going to breathe in and go behind and breathe out to come back. And in. Now back it out. Keep going. One more time. Make sure your hips are square to the floor. Beautiful. Push yourself up. Change your head the other way. You can just roll over, but I'm doing this way so I can keep on looking at you. Hips square to the floor. And breathing in. Hit the plant. And come back. And again. And again. Beautiful. Rolling onto your belly into what I'm going to call the quarantine despair position, which is with the head tucked like this. So we're going to squeeze between the shoulder blades so that feel like you're drawing them together. And if you're feeling good with that and your small of your back's not got a problem, then you can let that bring you up and then down. So make sure the movement comes from that engagement through the traps, through the shoulder blades, and not through lifting up here. So engage first, come up, go down, then relax the engagement. Now, if you're feeling good with that, what we can do in the next one, we're just going to bring the hands up to here, engage first, up, and then down. If you're feeling super good with that, go out, in, down. So we've got the few standards. If you don't want to even come up at all you need to do is just engage the shoulder blades, squeeze them, and then relax. Beautiful. Just underneath, and this is good. Here versus push up into a cobra. So pulling the fingertips towards your elbows, space going forward. Relax the shoulders down. And now put the hands under the shoulders. If you feel like you can come up into an upwards dog. And tuck the toes under, lift the butt into a down dog. And just settling down here. So we're not walking through on this one today, just lifting the butt towards the ceiling. Try and plaster the thighs on the walls behind you. Engaging your shoulder blades together, making sure your index fingers are aligned, your thumbs are outstretched towards them, and there's about a thumb width apart between your thumb tips. And relax in that position. Good, knees down. around the entire room in this position. So it's like you're trying to check out every single part of the room, every single part of the surface of your body. Try and get all the bits all around the room. If you're an actor and you're used to this kind of shit, move the mask around as well. If you're not an actor, try it. You'll feel stupid, but hey, we're in lockdown. By the mask, I mean the face. Beautiful. Now arching up and down and again. Using the breath. Now the next one we're going to go up and stay up and twist. So I'm just bringing my hip towards my shoulder blades, keeping the head down, keeping the spine arching towards the ceiling. And back to neutral. Back up again. Pull back until you find a stretch. And then back. Neutral. Up. Back. And tuck the toes under again. And now we're going to walk through the down dog. Sinking the heel down to the floor. And you can get a bit of a twist by bringing the knee across the body, sending the hip out to the side. And sink down, raising the right leg up as far as you feel comfy, like it's a big old yawn. If you're feeling comfortable here, bend the knee over, stretch out the front of the leg. Float it back, swing it in between the legs. The hands, I never get that right. And just pop that knee down. Keep stretching. And this hand's going to go up and in. And good. Put the toe back under again. Send the legs back. Walk back into a down dog. And floating up the other leg now, as far as you feel comfortable, like a big yawn. And if you feel like it, open it up. And float it forwards. And knee down. And the arm's going to go in and out. So if the leg that's up, that's the hand that you're using. Good. Just push back into this stretch and forward. This is just a really nice dynamic stretch, this. As you're coming forward, make sure you still try and keep this in a right angle to the ground. So just adjust the length of the legs. We're not going for extremes of movement. And now just settle and point the toe, chest upwards and forwards, stretching over the leg. And if you want to now pull up the toe. And changing over. So rocking back and forwards. And now staying here, point the toe, chest upwards and forwards, stretching over the leg.
And if you feel like it, then pulling the toe up, continue stretching. Good, put the hands down, support yourself up, going to an A-frame and just swing. Coming to center, bend the knees, rolling up through the spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. 7, 6, 5, 4, back up again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. One more time. And start to bend the legs. Just going from side to side with the knees bent. Adjust your feet as you need. So you want to try and make sure the knees aren't going over the toes. So take your legs out wide enough to let that happen. And we're going to take that into reach. Try and touch each wall. We've got quite a little wide stance here, so just take care of yourself. And take into a windmill. Keep going. And now windmill with bent arms. One more set. Good, coming to center, bring the feet in a bit. And bend the knees, rolling up. And just going to roll through the shoulders. And through the elbows. And opening out. And changing direction, going forwards. And elbows. Good, taking a wide stance. And chicken backstroke. Nice and breezy. Going forwards. Bending right over like you're trying to dig your elbows into the ground. And swing. Really release the arms here so you're really not putting any tension, they're just following the course of the body. Good. And wide and narrow arms. And arms up. Beautiful. Just to finish off, just going to do one more, rolling down through the spine. Hanging over, just bending and straightening the leg until you find a stretch. Let the head be super heavy here. We're not looking forward and lengthening. And just take the right hand on the outside of the left foot. Put the left hand above your head if you feel like you can. Look up. And back down. Change it over. Left hand on right foot. Right hand goes towards the ceiling. If you feel like you can look up, do. And down. One more crouch. Let the head hang heavy. Breathe deep into the small of the back. Feel like as you're breathing, like the butt cheeks are expanding, like balloons. And up on the heels again. Either by breathing out or breathing in, just don't hold your breath. Use the breath to bring yourself up. Nice one, and just to finish, just at the chin, drop to the chest, link the hands behind, just at the weight of the elbows, encourage that to relax. If you want, you can give a slight wiggle with the hands,
But now consciously think about softening across the back of the neck, in between the shoulder blades, the thoracic spine, down the lumbar spine and the front of the abdomen, broadening over the hips, and all of the muscles opening on the thighs, down the backs of the knees, down the backs of the calves, and into the floor. And just come back up.
I'm going to do one more actually. There we slide. Do this one. And just one more on the other side. Beautiful. Thank you so much for playing along. Enjoy the weather wherever you are. This is cozy here. And I'll see you tomorrow for the final day of the series in the week, day 30. Lots of love. Take care of yourselves. Bye.